everyone. There is a new sound in your silence, a low, deep hum that seems to emanate not from your ears, but from the very structure of your reality. It is the sound of a threshold trembling under a new weight. You did not invite it through supplication. You summoned it through silent accumulation, through the integrity of a series of choices made in the dark, through the perseverance that became your second nature when the first nature was to quit. This is not an external event happening to you. It is the internal culmination of your own energy, your focus, your resilience, your unspoken faith now reaching a critical density and beginning to exert its own gravitational pull on the material world. You feel it as a pressure in your atmosphere, a thickening of the air around decisions, a sense of doors once firmly locked now vibrating in their frames. This is the prelude to a material shift of significant proportion. It carries the signature of consequence, not chance. It feels earned because, on a level that transcends linear memory, it has been. We must speak of karma not as a system of punishment and reward, but as the ultimate law of energy dynamics. It is physics applied to consciousness. Every thought, every action, every intention held with conviction is a form of energy released into your field. For a long time, that energy seemed to dissipate, to yield no visible return. You were investing in a market you could not see. What you are sensing now is the market report. It is the collective dividend of your investments in honesty when it cost you, in kindness when it was not returned, in effort when the outcome was uncertain, in choosing your dignity when it was easier to forfeit it. These were not random acts. They were deliberate deposits into the account of your own sovereign being. The balance in that account has now reached a point where it must manifest in the currency of your lived experience. The massive nature of this incoming shift is simply a reflection of the compound interest accrued on those silent, consistent deposits. Does this framework, seeing your past challenges as conscious investments rather than random sufferings, alter the way you perceive your current anticipation? That shift in perception is the first and most important withdrawal from this arriving abundance. This energy is not passive wealth. It is active liberation. Its purpose is not to decorate your life, but to dismantle the cages that have confined it. The cages of financial anxiety, of time traded for survival, of options limited by lack. This incoming force is a solvent for those structures. Its magnitude is necessary because the constraints it is meant to dissolve were not flimsy. They were reinforced by generations of conditioning, by personal history, by societal narratives. It requires a wave of significant force to cleanse that shoreline. Therefore, the sensation of something unstoppable is correct. It is a feeling of a natural correction so overdue that it has acquired the momentum of a law of nature. You are not waiting for a windfall. You are standing in the path of a river that has finally, inevitably, reclaimed its true course. And you are not in its way, you are its destination. Now, we address the pivotal moment, the interface between this inevitable force and your conscious self. The statement, "nothing can stop this," is not a prediction of external events, but a description of an internal alignment that has already been achieved. The final barrier to any manifestation is always a vibrational mismatch within the receiver. What you are experiencing in this present moment is the dissolution of that last hidden mismatch. It is the crumbling of the inner wall that whispered, "This cannot happen for someone like me," or "abundance is unsafe," or "I must remain small to belong." This wall was the only thing that could have stopped the flow. Your current consciousness, your felt sense of readiness, your calm expectation, your deepening knowledge of your own worth is the proof that this wall is now gone. The path is clear. The nothing that cannot stop it is your own former resistance. It has been witnessed, understood, and integrated. It no longer exists as a blocking force. This phase is about becoming a conscious steward of this potential. It is the sacred work of preparation. Not the frantic preparation of someone building a dam to hold back a flood, but the deliberate preparation of an engineer widening and strengthening a channel to guide a powerful, nourishing river. This work is practical and spiritual. It involves examining your relationship with resources. Do you see money as a life-giving energy to be flowed and shared, or as a scarce commodity to be hoarded in fear? Your answer creates the shape of your channel. It involves practicing the vibration of wealth now, the feeling of safety, of choice, of generosity, even before the external forms have fully arrived. This is how you signal complete alignment. It is how you speak the language of the river, so when it arrives, it recognizes its own kind. Have you noticed subtle shifts in your impulses lately? A spontaneous generosity without calculation? A calm assurance when paying a bill? A vision for a project that feels supported rather than daunting? These are not small things. They are the inaugural ceremonies of your new economy. I invite you to share one small sign of this inner shift you've witnessed in yourself. These shared observations are powerful acknowledgments of the collective turn in the tide. The karma reward is thus revealed as the maturation of your own character. The wealth is not a separate prize. It is the external echo of internal qualities that have reached maturity. Patience matured into timing. Effort matured into mastery. Integrity matured into unshakable trust in your own word. The reward is the environment, the material, emotional, and temporal space that now allows these mature qualities to express themselves fully without the constant drain of scarcity. You are not receiving something foreign. You are being given the means to fully become who you have already grown to be. This is why it feels destined. It is the fitting of the key to the lock. Your life is the lock. Your developed spirit is the key. The wealth is the door swinging open onto a new landscape where that spirit can finally, fully walk free. Therefore, stand in your present reality with this new knowing. Let it settle into your cells. This is not a time for frantic action born of old lack. It is a time for profound, strategic reception born of new capacity. Your focus must turn from acquisition to architecture. What world will you build with this incoming energy? What legacy will you fund? What forms of beauty, ease, and impact will you choose to crystallize from this fluid potential? The energy is neutral. It is pure potential. Your consciousness is the sculptor. The massiveness of it is an endowment of creative power unprecedented in your personal history. It demands responsibility not as a burden, but as the privilege of a true creator. You are being entrusted with the resources to shape a reality that aligns with your deepest values. This is the highest expression of karma, not mere payback, but the granting of agency to affect wider and wider circles from a place of fulfilled being. In this final alignment, understand that the process is organic and intelligent. It may not arrive as a single shocking bolt from the blue. It may manifest as a convergence, a series of aligned opportunities, solved problems, favorable connections, and unexpected provisions that together weave a fabric of new reality so seamless it feels like a different life. Your role is to recognize the threads as they appear and to follow their lead with courage and gratitude. Say yes to the opportunities that resonate with this new feeling of expansion, even if they stretch you. Release the old agreements, relationships, and habits that were built for the smaller version of you. This is how you build the channel. This is how you welcome the flow. The period of waiting is over. You are now in the period of arrival. Breathe into that. Feel the solidity of the ground beneath you, changing from sand to bedrock. This shift is your inheritance from your own past courage. It is the material universe finally catching up to the vibrational signature you have worked so hard to emit. It is proof that you are heard, that your energy is accounted for, and that the universe operates with a precision and fidelity that can, at last, be trusted completely. Walk forward now, not with the desperation of a seeker, but with the calm authority of a sovereign stepping into a kingdom that has, at long last, prepared itself for you. The code of the unseen is integrity. The interest it pays is freedom. Build in truth. Receive in grace. Your architecture is your destiny.